All right, let's get into Monday Night Raw for March 13th, 2000. Yeah, this rules.
For life in a boxing.
Before we get into the Raw, I think maybe we should take a little peek over at Monday Nitro to see what they were doing on
sounds good.
this episode as well. So the March 13th, 2000 episode of WCW Monday Nitro started off with 3 count, defeating the Young Dragons of Jamie Sankaz and
I feel like they feuded forever.
dude, that was through 2000 and 2001.
Just the entirety of that show.
The Wall defeated Bam Bam Bigelow by DQ in 43 seconds.
Whoa.
Billy Kidman and Booker with Tori Wilson defeated Lane and Rave. All right.
Wow, they're really firing off here.
Speaking of crazy, Kurt Hennig defeated the Total Package by DQ in a minute 30.
TP?
TP.
Was he Mr. Perfect versus TP? Wow.
It was just Kurt Hennig, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he is perfect, though.
Norman Smiley defeated The Dog in 59 seconds.
The Dog.
Well, yeah, with Brian Knobs, of course.
The Dog.
That is just fantastic.
The Dog was
Al Green.
Al Green.
Fuck.
Al Green.
It is fantastic.
You could say Norman Smiley fought a actual dog, and I would believe it on Nitro in that time. Yeah.
Well, right after that, Terry Funk beat Brian Knobs in a hardcore match. This is quite the match. Sid Vicious and Vampiro, which sounds like my new favorite tag team, defeated the Harris Brothers, which sounds awesome too.
That sounds
Not because they lost. That's what I'm having. Stevie Ray with Big T and Jay Biggs defeated the Disco Inferno.
Nice.
And in your main event, wait, what? Your main event, Ric Flair and the Total Package beat Kurt Hennig and Hulk Hogan by DQ in 9 minutes.
Did they go to a non-finish in the other match? Is that what happened?
I don't know.
There must have been a lot of
This one
shenanigans
also
setting up.
ended in DQ. So
They said, all right, we're going to run this back. DQ it again.
let me try that.
They set it up
one more
for
time.
yeah. I know how they work.
They did the same finish one more time. That's great.
So that was Nitro. I'm trying to find what the rating was for that because I can't imagine that they lost on this night.
If that beat this, I don't even know, man. That's actually crazy.
The rating was a 2.6.
Raw probably had like a 9 or something.
This was like WrestleMania season, so
Yeah.
you're expecting it to be real high.
Yes, they were going into WrestleMania.
How would
yeah,
you
right.
know? You would never know. They didn't
So,
talk about it ever.
What I say? It did a 2.6.
Yeah.
Raw did a 6.3.
Oh my god.
What?
Holy fuck.
That's destruction.
Wow.
Wow,
Destrucity, you could say.
Yeah, that is fortressity if you tell me.
The act of Raw smashing Nitro in the ratings.
Wow.
Destrucity.
What do you think went wrong? That Nitro sounds awesome.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. The DQs and the dogs.
and TP? TP on the show?
TP twice. Double TP
Twice? Yeah, TP twice.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Unbelievable. But
Well,
anyway,
yeah, this Raw was actually pretty crazy, like in the grand scheme of things, over time.
This, I feel like you could pick any show from this era and you could have that same description.
2000 was a really, really good time for WWE.
Yeah, especially leading into WrestleMania 2000, which I hated. I hated that fucking theater.
We actually
hated
watched
it
the
too.
Hardcore Brawl on
That
our
was
Patreon,
the best part of the show.
where they just take liberties with each other for like 20 minutes straight.
We
so
did
if
do
you want to
watch
watch
that
that, then head over to our Patreon.
Watching this back though, I don't remember one single thing from this Raw. So like, I don't know. I don't really remember. Besides, okay, one single thing. I remember one thing, but that's because they showed it.
Yeah, that's the only thing we remember.
That's the only thing I ever. I don't. Maybe I wasn't.
A lot of
watching.
guys right around this time were really starting to get their characters. Edge and Christian.
Yeah.
APA. It was like the building blocks, really.
Oh, the APA one. I can't wait to talk about that because that's very interesting to me.
All right, so we kicked this show off. We had a cold open. It showed The Rock getting his ass kicked a lot.
By everyone.
Yes. There is the Coalition, which is Big Show and Triple H, Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, Xbox DX. Is the whole group, pretty much.
Not Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn was not a part of DX at the time.
Oh, right. He was he a face or was he hurt? What was he doing?
He was hurt, but they wrote him off as like he didn't follow DX's orders or something like that.
He should have teamed with Mr. Cock and Balls. That would have been better.
Oh, yeah, they really wanted to do
And
something.
Billy Gunn, Mr. S, and Mr. Cock and Balls.
The Gun Club.
The Coalition does not. That name doesn't stick, huh?
No, absolutely not. Well, this doesn't even last.
I googled
I
the
guess you're right.
Coalition and I could not find like one single thing on the Coalition besides.
Yeah, I
like,
think
Well, the Coalition was only created as a way to stop the Big Show from beating Triple H's ass before WrestleMania.
What's the opposite of a Mandela effect? Where no one remembers something that definitely happened.
I don't know.
This was definitely on the show and no one remembers it. Maybe that's just Mandela
effect.
Yeah, that's Destrucity.
Yeah.
So The Rock faced Perry Saturn and Chris Benoit in a handicap match. He got his butt beat. The Rock faced Dudley Boys in a handicap tables match. Guy's butt beat. The Rock comes in to help Rikishi against Triple H. Rikishi and Triple H were in a singles match because Triple H said he was going to take liberties with Rikishi, and The Rock said, I don't think so.
Well, if he would have knew what happened later, he would have done it. He would have let him do it.
He comes down, and then he gets beat up by Big Show and Triple H.
The Coalition, by the way.
With a pipe, by the way.
No, of course. Triple H is bombing his hurt ribs with this pipe.
Yes.
Was that here or was that... No,
it's during the promo.
It's during the promo.
Yeah.
You know exactly what I'm about to say.
Yes, I do.
Okay,
it sucks that happened, but yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Okay, that's later. They also just say over and over and over, desperate men do desperate things, and they keep saying that over and over. So
the Peacock title for this is The Rock Does Desperate Things.
What do you mean by that?
So they're foreshadowing desperate men do desperate
Desperation.
things.
An all-time high.
So we kick the show off, and there is a sign in the crowd that I don't think we could ignore here.
Well, they do the Raw intro. I feel like this was more pyro than I really ever remember Raw having. This was
WrestleMania season, baby.
Dude, this is insane. And then there's a weird, like, black hole that sucks me through the screen into the crowd.
It's like this weird vortex thing.
That was weird. But yeah, it's panning, it's showing all the crowd shots, and then this guy zooms in very specifically on this one sign. It is a caricature of JR's face, and next to it is a speech bubble that says, of course, in JR's voice, as it would read, Terry gives me a boner. Plain as day to start the show.
Jim Ross is the most anti-horny guy on the show at this juncture. Terry gives me a boner. And it was super well drawn, by the way. It was an
great.
Incredible sign.
I had to go back because I was like, was that like someone trolling somebody with a good sign?
Like he brought the JR sign and he had the speech bubble beside him?
It just so happened that he was sitting next to the guy. Anyone was going to get that speech bubble. It just happened to be JR.
That was a really, really good way to kick off Raw here. And then immediately after we see Terry gives me a boner, we hear My Time hit.
1, 2, 1.
Dude, I immediately get fired up. This is like such a good song.
You know there's people that don't like that song?
They are wrong. You are
Dude,
wrong.
They also probably like SVR08.
Yeah, they probably do. Big SVR08 guys.
Watching this Triple H with that title and everything went through this on. Yo, Jimmy, hit me with that
Black
Triple
Trunks, 2000 Triple H. He is peak physique at this point. Monster.
That Triple H shirt goes hard too. I don't
even
remember
for
that
this
shirt
show.
too much, but
Oh yes, dude. Yes, this is awesome. Even for this show, you cannot deny that Triple H is the fucking man at this point.
2000
awesome.
Triple H is the coolest dude in the world, man. This dude is awesome.
yeah, he is.
So Stephanie comes on and she says, hello. She's like, hello. Hit Vince's music. So Vince's music hits and out comes Shane and Big Show. Shane says the clock is ticking on Big Show helping Triple H as WrestleMania is coming up and Big Show is going to win the title. Okay, I heard you guys. Big Show.
You mean The Rock is saying this? The clock is ticking. No, see.
The Big Show will become WWF champion at Mania.
If you smell.
And Thursday, the systematic destruction of the People's Champion, The Rock.
Last night was historic. If you smell la 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 la.
Then they showed the exact same footage they showed in the cold open. Just again.
But worse quality.
Worse quality, but with Shane
No
McMahon
promo
voiceover.
music, just
No music, yeah.
Just straight view.
They show it. They showed one of the beatdowns, and then it goes to Shane saying, "Steph had a very special surprise for The Rock. The Rock had to take on the Dudley Boys."
Okay.
And fans start chanting Rocky. Shane says, "The Rock came back down, Spirit of '76 style." What is that?
Yeah, I don't know. He took liberties there, dude. I got no clue.
No, it's
And
a
gets beat up
saying.
by Shane
It's a
and
saying.
Triple H.
It's like a.
It's a saying.
It's a patriotic thing. I looked it up. It just means like
Okay.
Oh.
like
Big
like
patriotic
self-determination.
Shane,
That's what it means.
Patreon. Shane.
No, it just means you got like self-determination. You know, that's what he
Okay.
meant.
Okay, Summer of Love, 97 Rock.
Yeah.
That's for true.
He said it's like Woodstock '99.
Spirit of '76 style, NWO for life.
I'm going to start saying that now.
Me too.
76 style for life, brother.
That should be a stable name, Spirit of 76.
Spirit of 76 is a DPW stable now. Thanks.
Yeah, mind your business.
Summer of Love 97 is also one. We're gonna have to release.
They're feuding. So they show the footage of Triple H hitting The Rock with a pipe. Now, I can't imagine that this is real, because if so, they don't make pipes like they used to.
Yeah, he was going down.
Back in my day, let me tell you about the pipes.
In 76. This was Spirit of 76 style.
Yeah, this was.
Triple H is hitting Rock with his pipe, and every time he hits him, it goes ding, ding.
Oh, it was
ding.
dinging. It was off the roof dinging.
So loud.
It was really, and it wasn't like any different dings. It was the same exact ding every time.
Which, like, all right, is The
Yeah,
Rock
made the
made
video
of
better.
metal?
Yeah, I made the video. I'll take it.
Triple H says that The Rock could have gone after the European title instead of going after his title.
The prestigious European title, I think.
The
he said something like
prestigious
that.
Because Shane, you hold that, didn't you? He said,
I was gonna say he goes to shit on it, and then he remembers Shane had it. He's like, "Oh, European title, you had that, didn't you, Shane?"
yeah, it's okay.
And he said, or he could have dropped a bit of his love handles and gone after the light heavyweight title.
Well,
little
Triple
bit
H
of
is like
LBs.
0% body fat at this point, so
yeah, true.
yeah, he's a beast.
And then JR starts talking about Rakishi on commentary. Then Triple H, what? He's just popping the boys, I guess, or popping himself. He says, instead of going, doing all this, The Rock should have did what he does in a hotel room at night. He beats himself.
Big Show goes, aha.
Big Show thought that was the funniest thing he's ever heard in his life.
Gave a hearty laugh.
Spirit of 76 style. Man, I feel like we've talked about this before, but Stephanie McMahon is dressed so like normal. Like this is just, she's just in a dress or like a shirt and a
Slut.
skirt. No, dude, like, nothing wrong here. She grabs the mic immediately. Slut.
Jezebel.
What the fuck?
She could go to like a PTA meeting in this outfit. Whore.
She could be in church.
Yeah, the crowd had a lot to say about that.
Yeah.
So Stephanie decides that she's going to give the people what they want.
Of course.
So she brings out the biggest, baddest motherfucking team in the World Wrestling Federation today. So Stephanie brings out the Twin Towers. Two little dudes come out, and then they come out with Monkey Spinning Monkeys as a theme song.
They come out crotch chopping, and their entire entrance, JR just get big bit man JR. Where are they? Hey, where are the Twin Towers? I can't see them. I can't see the little fuckers. Where are the little pieces of fucking shit? I can't see them.
Turns out one of them super talented. Triple H tells him to do the eyebrow, and he does the eyebrow. He does the Rock eyebrow.
He does it perfectly.
Huge pop. Crowd loved it.
That same guy, did you notice he had caution tape for a tie or something? What the fuck
No,
did he have around
yeah,
his neck? He had, like,
Was it
Triple H
throwing
says
punches?
it's hard to
Yeah.
find tuxedos for smaller people. So
Oh,
Dude,
that
the explanation
might be
for
it.
this is so fucked. Well, before you get to that, he says, "Hey, Rock, smell what the Rock is cooking, would you?" And then he farts in his face. And then Stephanie goes over and shakes his hand. Sorry about that.
that's
Sorry,
something
it's my
they
husband.
do. That's something they just do. Triple H farts in your face, and then Stephanie goes, "Okay."
I'm terribly sorry.
So we got a bunch of match stipulations here that they could possibly have.
Can you try to, because how Triple H tried to reason this? I could take it if you'd like, because I feel like
Please,
this was
go
insane.
for it.
Okay, so Shane says their names are Boulder and Gibraltar,
That's a
As
shoot,
they would
brother.
be, yes.
which will also be the name of the wrestlers in Spirit of 76 in WWF. He says they're going to be in a tuxedo match. So Triple H takes the mic and he says, "There's no way these guys." By the way, these guys come out fully dressed in suits, looking
Already
fantastic.
in suits.
Triple H says, "There's no way," he's pointing at them, "these guys can find tuxedos."
Big Show said,
Big Show's like, you guys,
He said, "There's no way." He said they're too small. They are in tuxedos currently.
right now. Yeah.
They're standing there. Triple H says, "How about an evening gown midget match?" Thank you, Paul. Big Show says, "You know what? Let's give the people what they really want. let's make it 2 out of 3 falls.
Nobody else. It's funny because Big Show sells Triple H's jokes the entire segment. He sells the 2 out of 3. Yeah, what an asshole.
He's like, hey, we're going to do, he literally says midget 2 out of 3 falls. I'm like, okay. And then Triple H's like, yeah, a good one. Shut up, bitch.
Yeah. You know what? Let me hit my better line. How about midget on a pole? Huh?
I love poles. Everybody loves poles. Who doesn't love pole matches? Best match.
Big Show's a trooper.
Yeah, so you put everything on a pole. It's good. It's like, oh, wow, even back then, huh?
Yeah, this little pissant company.
I feel like, and you know what? I want to speak on the pole match for a second here, because I feel like the problem wasn't really the pole. It was what you put on it. Because when you think about it, a ladder match is just a taller pole match.
Yeah, you're right.
You could just don't do if you're gonna do stupid gimmicks, really the pole is useless. Put Viagra on a ladder match. Just do that.
Have they ever put a title on a pole?
They've put briefcases where you get fired.
Yeah, they put like pink slips.
Feast or Fired?
I don't know,
Is that the
title?
one?
Yeah,
like,
they just put 4 poles around the
they could
ring.
have avoided. They could have avoided all of it and probably had better matches if they just didn't do pole matches. Like the pole is just.
Ooh, there was
awkward.
one in the last couple of years that was so awful. It was, I think it was an Alexa Bliss match. I think it was
the
like
Singapore Canes.
Yeah,
with Bailey.
That had to be one of the worst matches I've ever seen.
That was horrible.
Yeah,
like just do a ladder match.
Yeah.
You're right.
If you're gonna hang something, just do a ladder match. Why not? Put anything up there. Who cares? ECW put a strand of barbed wire for you to go grab. It doesn't make sense. But whatever. People don't think shitty of it because it was a ladder match.
That was a Stairway to Heaven match, right?
Yes.
Or Stairway to Hell.
Stairway to Hell.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Up.
Elevator to elevator. Yeah. Whatever.
Then The Rock comes out in his video game t-shirt that he wears all the time.
Oh, the $500 SmackDown Mall shirt?
Yeah, the SmackDown Mall t-shirt.
Yeah, The Rock's look here is unbelievable. Chain, shirt, glasses, sideburns,
chiseled.
27 years young.
Weird.
Jim Ross said that all night.
Of his ass.
First off, I can't believe that this guy's career could be over. 27 years old.
How could he do it? The Rock gets on the mic. He said, same Shane voice. Says, all the matches you give The Rock is fine with The Rock. But The Rock isn't okay with embarrassing The Rock. All right, that's true. He says The Rock is going to give you the same chance to drive The Rock out of the WWF like you did to Mick Foley. Ooh.
Boo. Of course, Mick Foley comes back for WrestleMania, boys.
Yes.
For an unbelievable Fatal 4-Way that we all remember a lot and cherish.
Surely, if it wasn't, I mean, imagine if it wasn't the main event, he came back just for that match. That would have been a horrible story. It's only a good story because he came back to main event. The Rock says it's going to be The Rock and the Big Show one-on-one, and if The Rock wins, he's going to Mania for the WWF title. And if The Rock loses, you'll never see The Rock again.
Well, I'm sure we will have seen him on WCW.
I'm not sure The Rock understands the concept of bargaining because you don't start at the highest point.
You know what?
Ever. You don't just start with, if I lose, I'll never come back ever. You don't start off high. You start low and negotiate from there. What the fuck?
Shane, like, he didn't even try. He said, I'll leave. Whoa, hold on now.
The best part was like The Rock started the negotiations. Shane accepted the negotiation, and then The Rock said, well, there's more. No, that's not. What?
And Shane accepted those too.
They're verbal. These are verbal agreements. Like, these mean nothing. He said, and there will be no interference. What? No, we don't agree to that.
Yeah. Rock said if he loses, he'll never see The Rock again. Shane says, okay, if you can pin or submit the Big Show, you got your match. And Rock says, well, how about let me try that one more time.
He says, I had some more demands. And then Shane goes, whoa. What? Just say no.
He says there will be no interference. None of you candy asses will be at ringside. And if there is any interference, The Rock still wins. And The Rock will go to WrestleMania.
How the fuck does this work? How does The Rock not know how to negotiate? Yeah, if you interfere, I just win anyway, and I just go to Mania.
By the time this promo ends, it's 20 minutes into the show.
Also, if I beat the Big Show here, I'm just the champion forever, and I never lose
Rock
the title.
Big Show tonight in a Rock wins match. We're going to WrestleMania.
If the Big Show shows up, I win. What?
The Rock says tonight I'm winning, baby.
None of this makes any sense at all. How do you... The Rock...
If Stone Cold was here, this would have been 5 minutes. Everyone's a candy ass, or everyone's a son bitch, and Stone Cold's going to WrestleMania.
Oh, Stone Cold's going to win this match tonight, what?
Oh, Stone Cold said, no interference. And then they would be like, all right.
If I win, I win.
If The Rock loses, everybody dies.
So the promo ends and it sets up the match, and really the pace of the rest of the show is The Rock versus Big Show, and if The Rock loses, he goes away forever.
Big Show looks like he doesn't want to do it here, and Triple H is the one that's like, yeah, we got a deal. So
Big Show, very tan as well, by the way.
Good look for the Big Show.
Yeah.
The Rock also says he doesn't have Shane or Stephanie in his corner. He has the people.
We get the WWF Slam of the Week, brought to you by Snickers. Hungry? Go to hell. Jeff Hardy versus Steve Blackman happened. Steve Blackman beat him with a karate kick off the top.
Martial arts kick.
That scares the hell out of me every time he does it.
I don't think it lasts because I don't remember it later in his career, but it's legit from the top rope, a diving, like you think of the RVD kick, except he lands on his feet.
Yeah, he should just done a knee. That would have been a lot cooler.
He should have did like a spinning TNA kick to a kneeling opponent.
I agree.
Watch this.
So first match of the evening, the Hardy Boys versus Steve Blackman and Al Snow. We go backstage. Al Snow goes up to Steve Blackman, who's in there going,
What the fuck was this?
This was Al Snow
segment
pitching a show.
Blew my fucking mind.
I
don't even know.
I actually hated this.
This was actually WWE creative. This is how all the meetings go. So Al Snow goes up to Steve Blackman backstage and he goes, "We have become so popular that we need a spin-off show. How about Mystery Time Travel Adventure Hour?" And he has a little jingle. He goes, "Al Snow solves a mystery. Steve Blackman has no personality, but together they fight crime whenever they travel back in time." Yeah. Steve Blackman goes, "Please
Fuck
get
you.
the fuck out of my face."
I fucking hate you. This is so fucking stupid. I'm gonna go bounty hunting. Go well.
So Al Snow knocks on the door he came out of to talk to Steve Blackman, and out walks Abe Lincoln.
Shoot Abe Lincoln. Wait, don't shoot. That's not.
Shoot Abe Lincoln.
I didn't write that. Wasn't written down. I didn't read that.
I'm gonna let you try that one more time.
Please, Abe Lincoln.
Shoot Abe Lincoln. This was shoot Abe Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln was a wrestler.
Al Snow is pitching the Mike Tyson Mystery Machine or whatever.
Yeah, that's exactly what he pitched. That's awesome.
Yeah.
This show turns out great.
Al Snow's also wearing a shirt that says "No guns, no knives," and on the back it says "Just chairs."
I like it better when it says "No guns, no knives," and that's the only thing that
That's it. Looking at Abe Lincoln. Sorry, bro.
Sorry, man. So the Hardy Boys music is playing the whole time through this backstage segment, which makes it even better.
I'm not sure anyone in the crowd saw the segment.
I don't think they did either. In the crowd, there is a group of women in bunny outfits with a sign that says Al Snow's Bunnies. We get the match started. Hardy was in a tree of woe in the corner. I thought this was a pretty cool spot. Blackman goes for a drop kick and then ends up baseball sliding out of the ring. So Hardy just literally turns around and jumps to the outside.
That was cool. Yeah.
Dude, that was awesome.
Matt Hardy hits a line off the second that looked really good here. I don't even remember him doing it that much, but I thought it was really cool.
I don't remember it much either, yeah.
Jeff goes for a Rana on Blackman, but he stuffs him with a powerbomb, which looked great.
That was a rough... Wait, is it the powerbomb later in the match, or is this
earlier?
earlier?
It's right towards the finish.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like they got lost here because Blackman, Jeff goes for the Rana and kind of half-assed jackknifes him.
Doesn't even touch him. I don't think he's
and then,
far off.
Yeah,
It's weird.
He then goes to the top, does the top rope martial arts kick to Jeff, and then he's so fired up that he didn't die doing the top rope martial arts kick. He's going, yeah, and all the while Matt Hardy is on the top rope, facing away to do a moonsault, and Steve Blackman is not in position.
He's not anywhere near him at all.
No, he is so not ready for the spot. He does the moonsault. Steve Blackman almost gets clipped. Get clipped, Steve Blackman.
Dude, it was rough.
I'm
surprised Matt didn't even look. I guess he just
scary.
trusted him to be there, and he was not there.
Those Hardys did not care in 2000.
Yeah, true. Matt then hits a small package, and they end up beating Steve
inside
Blackman
cradle.
else
We'll just change the finish.
Yeah, I
Fuck
gotta
it.
finish this up real quick. Get this out of here.
They're not head cheese yet, right? This is just Al Snow.
And
Steve
they had
Blackman.
no, they weren't called that, but they had the signs in the crowd.
They were basically just saying that he's boring now, and then eventually they find the personality with head cheese.
They love doing that, huh?
Yeah, you fucking.
They love
suck.
just saying
Get some
we don't know what to do with you, so your gimmick is you're boring. Not that we're boring and can't come up with
It's an
something.
easy trope.
Yeah,
It's an easy
I guess
trope to
so.
have the
Oh, there
straight
might have
guy
been-
and then the comedy
They
guy.
were head. I think they were head cheese. Now I'm thinking about it, because at the beginning of the match they were chanting "Let's go head cheese."
They're definitely head cheese at WrestleMania 2000 because they have Chester McCheesington in their corner.
That was awesome.
I think they were head cheese. They just weren't. Maybe they were. I don't know, but they didn't call him head
It's
cheese.
soon.
Did
It's
they?
soon.
The crowd
if not,
definitely had the
yeah.
signs.
Yeah.
They were chanting "Let's go head cheese" though. Maybe
Okay.
Al Snow was
Yeah.
trying to plan it as the name.
Yeah.
You know,
I thought
he
they
was
were like
probably
the
saying it.
Mystery Time Travel Adventure Hour team or whatever. I
That
guess
should have been their full name.
Yeah,
I
guess
thought they were Summer 97.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I guess not.
I thought they were Shoot Abe Lincoln, but
No, they shouldn't do
Die,
that,
Abe.
Tony. What the hell?
Die, Abe, die.
no guns, no
That was
knives.
their team name. Just conspiracy to kill Abe Lincoln. Al Snow and Steve Blackman.
They go back in time to kill Abe Lincoln.
Again.
Save it, Abe. I'll kill you later.
Al Snow had a time machine. It brought Abe Lincoln back to kill him, and Steve didn't want any part of it. Whoa.
Abe Lincoln's in the booth. Abe Lincoln's in the booth. Al Snow's right there with the cheese on his head.
Steve, like, what are you doing?
That'd be so sick.
This is a good show. This would have worked, actually.
So Kurt Angle's backstage with his Intercontinental and European Championships. And he's
Eurocontinental.
talking to a random security guard who is not even aware that
Does
he's there.
not give a shit at all.
No
about
idea who Kurt Angle is.
Man, I've done a lot. I got 2 championships, Olympic gold medalist. Okay.
Kurt Angle is also 16 here.
His
Yeah, he
voice
does.
is so much different. It's crazy.
We have the WWF Boot of the Week brought to you by Lugs. Rugged boots and shoes with an attitude because you never know where you'll end up.
We
Where
have
you
to
looked at.
find who did these animations because we need them for something.
He jumped
'Cause
off the
there's-
Titantron into the ring.
He slid
Great.
off the
Those
truss.
lugs are different. Yeah, he did a 50-50 grind. That shit was lit.
Dude, insane. Whoever did those, please. I know you listen.
Yeah, I know that you are here, Lugs man.
We've heard millions. The Lugsman? No,
Yeah, where's the Lugs man at?
Luxman.
Bubba Ray Dudley powerbombed Mae Young through a table last week.
That's awesome.
And that's not the end of that.
Uh-oh.
So Mark Henry is rolling Mae Young backstage in a wheelchair.
Get your old ass in here.
Moolah is also there. Mark is going to fight for Mae Young because chivalry is not dead.
How nice.
We have the Dudley Boys versus Mark Henry up next. Well, at least we get the Dudley Boys coming out, and they are cool as fuck here,
They are
man.
pretty sweet, yeah.
Bubba with the title around his neck. This theme song rules. I like this a
Yeah.
lot.
So
This is really
good.
cool. I don't think it's better than yeah, you're coming down.
No.
But it's definitely number 2. It's a solid number 2 for me.
It's good.
They zoom in on a sign here real quick for like a second. It said, "Why
Okay.
punch her in the face when you could put her through a table?"
And he said, okay.
He said,
watch
"Oh, you
this."
know what?
That's perfect.
I think I will.
So we get into the matchup here. Mark hits a back body drop on Bubba that almost breaks his neck. He didn't get enough
Bubba.
rotation off the flip.
Bubba gets a receipt.
Oh, he does here towards the end. Mark Henry was going for a splash in the corner on Devon, and Bubba pounces the fuck out of Mark Henry.
Bubba invents the pounce on this episode.
I think he did. This is fucking crazy.
Bubba then walks out and wheels Mae Young out of the room in the back as Moolah was powdering up in the bathroom.
I thought she was taking a shit.
No,
No.
right as it's like pans out like when they showed her back. She's like, I'm gonna go powder.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can barely
okay.
even see it. She says it, and the audio plays barely. It's so
That
weird.
changes the whole thing for me.
Yeah. You thought she just left her alone to die?
I thought she was shitting.
All right, man, I gotta rip a big dump.
I swear I could see them doing. Oh, man, I gotta go take a shit. Hold on, I'll be right back.
There's
No,
shit
they
everywhere. Shit on the windows.
Bubba
Shit
before he
on
love told
walls.
Devon to take care of him, and then they're still working a match.
Where
and
are
Bubba
you
finds
taking me? Where are
Bubba
you
finds
taking
Mae
me?
Young, and she says, "Oh my god,
Where are you taking
where are
me?
you taking me?"
And Moolah goes, "I'll be there in a minute, honey."
I'm shitting.
Everyone backstage is like, yeah, whatever, fuck it.
Yeah. Bubba says, "Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride because it's going to be the last one you'll ever take." He's wheeling this old woman through the backstage area, not a soul inside.
Pass
No
Moolah. Hey,
body.
Bruce, what's up?
Yeah. Hey, Vince. Wheel
Moolah
it
in
through
the
gorilla.
bathroom. There's a demon inside of me.
Little shitty Moolah. I'm wiping my ass.
Give me a fucking minute.
This could have all been saved if Moolah would just fucking quickly wipe her shitty little ass and get out of there. Yeah, man.
Everywhere.
Oh, man.
Man, bro, I can't even go take a shit without you get lost. You suck.
So we get back to the ring. Yeah.
I swear that's what I thought you.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, that's what fucking happened
All right,
now. So.
good.
Powder
There
is
you go.
code word for I gotta take a massive
Yeah, that's
fucking
kayfabe.
dump.
It's either that or Coke.
It's
Either one.
So the Dudleys come back in. Mark's in the ring. Bubba decided that he was going to take liberties here. So they get back in the ring. They do the 3D on him. Bubba rips Mark Henry's head out of the air, man.
Dude,
just almost spikes him.
Like such a fucked up 3D. JR is yelling this whole time, saying, "Leave her alone, damn you! You leave her alone!" And then Lawler and JR start arguing in the middle of this. Lawler says that Mae Young's just getting a ringside view, and JR says, "Ringside view my butt." And Bubba also said he called Mae Young an old buzzard.
So the Dudleys give the title belts to Mae. They said, "You're cool. We like you."
Dude.
And she seemed okay with it.
She's like, okay.
I would like to live in a world where this was the trio, and they'd wheel her out, she'd carry the title. That would be
Oh my God,
fantastic.
Mae Dudley?
Yeah, she carries the titles out.
They gotta
With the
get her name.
bandana?
And then she says, "D-Lock, get the tables." Holy
Oh
shit,
my
would that
God.
rule?
Oh,
They
that
should have
would've
did that
been
at least
super sick.
for 1 week. They manipulated this little old lady to be a Dudley.
They give her the title, and she's like, "Okay,
so sick.
let's go." Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, her little bandana and shit. That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
the glasses.
Yeah,
The
the glasses too. That would be awesome.
And
Mae
she's in
Dudley.
tie-dye. She's in tie-dye.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Eva, get the tables. That's fucking awesome.
So they give her the belts, and once again, I will say it every time I see these belts. I love these motherfuckers.
They are great.
They give her the belts, they wheel her to the back, and then that's the segment. We move on. Kurt Angle's out
thankfully,
next.
she's a Dudley now.
They
And that's
legally
it.
change her last name, and we're off to the race.
They actually both marry her.
They wheel her up the ramp, looking like they're going to be friends now. Bubba himself sees 2 tables to the side. Devon goes, "I'm going to push her ass off the stage." Bubba goes, "Whoa, calm down. What the hell?"
He's gonna which honestly would have definitely been worse.
Yeah, I think so too.
He was gonna straight up roll her right off.
Nowhere near the
Remember-
tables.
No.
Speaking of that, remember when Zack Ryder broke both of his legs by getting thrown off by Kane?
Oh,
He
by the
pushed out in a
wheelchair? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I do
That's what would
remember
happen to Mae Young if she would have
Killed
done
his
that.
career.
Yeah. So Devon ends up grabbing Mae Young. Instead of throwing them off, hands her powerbomb position to Bubba. The crowd erupts because they know what's coming next.
Dude, Bubba points at he's staring at the tables and he looks at Devon, he looks at the crowd, and the crowd's going, "Yeah!"
These sick, sadistic bastards.
Slut.
The crowd representing slut.
These vociferous fans. So Bubba gets her the powerbomb position, jumps off, powerbombs Mae Young through 2 tables, and then has an orgasm.
That son of a bitch is back in that trance.
That orgasmic trance, he calls it, doesn't he? Doesn't he
Mark
call it
Henry is
orgasmic?
crying.
They
over this as
definitely
well.
do refer to it as orgasmic trance at
Yeah.
some point in the WWF.
Well,
I just
he
don't
he
remember.
starts off just staring, and then he rolls his eyes back and starts jizzing.
He had to stop doing the eye roll thing because Taker told him to stop.
That's my thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
work for me, brother.
Taker told him, that's mine. You can't do that thing.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's exactly what happened. Taker
Yes, sir,
said, "You're a
Mr.
fan.
Taker.
Be a
Sorry,
fan."
sorry.
Yeah,
I won't
be
do
a
it again.
fan.
So Mark Henry is in the ambulance backstage as Mae's there. Moolah says, "Fuck this shit. I'm out of here."
Mula's
man."
finally done her shit.
Yeah, I gotta go wipe. I forgot.
I'm not done. Let me try this one more time.
So we have Kurt Angle versus Chris Jericho versus Taz. Intercontinental Championship on the line.
It's still this whole setup for this is very strange, but it's still. I mean, Kurt coming out to this song and not hearing "You Suck" is just. I feel like I still even hear it, even though I know they're not saying
I
it.
feel like it too, yeah.
So this is the craziest turn of events I think I've ever seen. I had no fucking clue what was going on here.
I didn't know either.
So Kurt
This
Angle
is
comes out.
This is the destrucity that we talked
This-
about. Something that
This
happened,
is
but
the
we don't
most
remember it.
destrucity.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so too.
Kurt Angle comes out and shows footage of Raw and SmackDown from last week.
Yeah.
He shows that he faced Chris Jericho on Raw. Bob Backlund came in and put Jericho in the crossface chicken wing.
I do not remember Bob Backlund
I
or Kurt
remember
Angle
Backlund
ever.
being with Kurt, but I don't remember it being this ridiculous.
He comes in, he faces Taz on SmackDown. Bob Backlund's on SmackDown. Puts Taz in the crossface chicken wing. What the fuck?
Yeah,
So
I don't
it gets
know.
even crazier past this point. So Kurt Angle then says, since we're in New Jersey's in dire need of a hero.
Yeah.
And he'll be that hero.
Bon Jovi doesn't count.
Neither does Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, well, that's what JR says, what about Bruce Springsteen? And Lawler says, he don't count.
He also does not count. Jericho comes out with the best version of his Tron, which has the girl standing up. I love that Tron.
I agree.
The OG Y2J. Oh, so good.
What's
Love
my
it.
name, bitch?
Jericho says Kurt Angle and Bob Backlund are having sex.
Kirk Angel.
Hey, that's a
Someone
five-star
totally
now.
different. He said they're in a love connection.
Jericho says Bob Backlund does represent the three I's: idiot, imbecile, and ignoramus. Just like you, jerky.
Jerky. Yeah.
And then he goes, "Did he say jerky? Oh,
Jerky.
Taz comes out and he's in the singlet, so all things are well here.
Thank God.
Taz then makes the match no DQ because he can do that.
Well, it's already because it's a triple threat. But yeah, his promo is weird. He comes out, the mic is like, I don't know if he was just off or just doesn't, I don't know, but he was like, I didn't even understand what he was saying. He says, you know what I said? No, no. And he gets in the ring and then this match is going.
also, China will be on Third Rock from the Sun. So just so you guys know.
That's why they're running.
Oh, wow. Okay. Fair enough.
So Kurt Angle grabs the Intercontinental Championship here, goes to the top rope. I got no clue what he had planned to do with that. Not even a little bit. Honestly,
attack.
did not work.
No.
They go to set up a Tower of Doom spot, but it's 2000, so we're not really doing those just yet.
Yeah,
So
right.
Jericho
Yeah.
backdrop suplexes Taz out of the corner instead. Taz then hits a head and arm Tazplex, which honestly, I don't even know how this move works. Angle has to just jump as high as humanly possible here. I don't
He
even.
needs to get height even though Taz has him on his tippy toes.
I watched this like 3 times over. I genuinely got no fucking clue how this worked. Kurt Angle is just a freak. He's just an athlete, dude.
There's also a solid minute where Taz has a match with his shirt.
Oh, he's trying to take it off.
It turns into like a half shirt, then it turns into a skirt, and it's all around his ankles. It's just
That's when
fun.
Kurt Angle goes for the Intercontinental Championship to go to the top rope, and Taz goes over to him. He's like, God fucking damn it.
Help me.
Get the damn thing off. Then Jericho does his multiple powerbomb spots, which honestly, Jericho's work right here was insane. Jericho was just like incredibly good here.
Because Brock ends up doing that, but no, I don't really. Does anyone do that now?
Not
Double
that I know
powerbombs?
of. I don't even see people
Wardlow
doing powerbombs too much, honestly.
Like Wardlow should do it.
I think Wardlow should work. I think he should be on TV working.
Yeah, I
That'd
think
be awesome.
Wardlow should be on this show.
I think so too. Taz then goes on a complete rampage here, man.
Yes.
He hits the Kata Hajime on Kurt Angle. Then Bob Backlund runs in.
Out of
and
nowhere.
Taz locks in the Kata Hajime on Bob Backlund.
he turns around. Gotcha.
Angle breaks it up. He throws Taz out. Then Bob Backlund attacks Chris Jericho from behind as he has the walls of Jericho on Kurt Angle.
He lariats him from behind. It looked great.
And then Third Rock from the Sun Star China runs down and low blows Bob Backlund.
Why?
Sending Bob Backlund through the middle rope, fucking flying out of the ring.
Bob
What
Backlund-
the fuck is going on?
Never to be seen again.
Jericho hits a triangle drop kick on Taz to
Big
keep
one.
him out of the ring.
Big fucking one, too.
Then Angle hits Jericho with the title belt and retains the title. Where the fuck did China and Bob Backlund go?
They're away. They're going to Third Rock from the
They're
Sun.
going to Third Rock from the Sun. 2.5
film.
men next. Tune into UPN, Judge Joe Brown.
When I think of the Taz mission, I always think of when he puts it in on Angle. Isn't that from the No Mercy video game?
Yeah, where he's like freaking out.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that cell.
We have Triple H backstage with Road Dogg, X-Pac, Stephanie, and Tori. Road Dogg is exceptionally high here. Dude can't even do the fist bump spot.
Yeah,
the
he was
fist
like,
bump was the most awkward thing. You know when
he
you like try
invented
and
the
high
Orange
five somebody?
Cassidy fist bump.
You try and high five somebody and then they nux you and you
Yeah.
like don't know what to do. You're like, fuck, what do I do? That's what happened there.
We get a backstage segment. Kevin Kelly interviewing Ivory
What
backstage.
the fuck was this?
She has a really sweet Raw jacket on, though. I like that a lot.
That was
But
sick.
Kevin Kelly says that the reason he's interviewing Ivory specifically is he wants a female's perspective on the Rock situation.
Female?
Ivory says, well, I think The Rock should win. All right, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's all it was.
We have D-Generation X versus Too Cool. D-Generation X with the remix version of the theme here.
Yes, this threw me off because I was like, I got excited at first. I was like, ooh, this is Run DMC? But
I
this
thought
is
so
set-
too for a minute. Yeah.
This is before Run DMC. They don't start using Run DMC until May. So we got a little ways
They
away
used
there.
the
but this-
yeah,
Yeah, this is-
yeah.
They got the 50 Tyson remix.
Yeah, this is remixed of the Break It Down theme.
X-Pac gets the X-Pyro in the middle of the ring with the whole crew there. I thought that was awesome.
I missed Pyro like that.
Yeah, that was really cool. It stood out. I remember that from a kid so much. I'm almost positive it's probably one of the reasons I thought X-Pac was the coolest dude in the world.
It was in the game. It looked awesome in the games, too. I'll give that to all my CWs.
So then we get Too Cool coming out with Rikishi. Rikishi not fully in the Too Cool thing yet.
He barely wants to do the entrance.
Yeah, but he's cool with it.
JR says that Rikishi has a Grand Canyon-sized butt.
So putting Rikishi with Too Cool, great fucking idea. I don't know.
Great idea.
Who
Yeah.
did that, but fantastic idea here.
I still, like, was it just like he saved them one time or they saved him one time? Like, how did it even start? I don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't even remember either.
Yeah, I'm sure someone will tell me.
Yeah, they will.
X-Pac immediately starts the match by looking at Grandmaster Sexay crotch chopping and saying, "Suck my fucking dick."
Yo, Grandmaster Sexay with do-rag and
and goggles. He is fucking
way different here, man.
Sexay
Got a lot
tries to
of-
hang his stuff on the turnbuckle, but he can't figure it out. So he says, "Fucking throws it
20
to the
pounds
referee."
of accessories. What the fuck am I gonna do
he
with
came
this?
down doing the shovel gun. Oh, shit.
that's
man.
great.
Shovel,
Yeah.
dude, that's so
That's
good.
sick, man.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
They're so over at this point, man. They're
Yeah.
so over. They look like the year 2002. It's awesome.
Yeah, they wrestle like it too.
There's a group of 5 or 6 dudes in the crowd with white tees on,
Yeah.
and they wrote Ritushi on it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Sarah goes, yeah, I guess she's got his own little fans over there too. Ritushi.
Ratushi Fatushi. Fortruski.
Ritushai Bushai. He gets in the ring. Rikishi does his own little punching combo where he does a little dance and everything. So he's warming up to the Too Cool thing, and
He's getting there.
He's getting there. Scotty Too Hottie's worm is so fucking over here. It's incredible.
Yeah.
The crowd doesn't do the worm thing yet, though. They don't go
Lawler's
W-O-R-M.
trying to do it on commentary. So
Yeah,
I guess
he does it.
They're trying to get used to it. Or before that, because the crowd, just to show over, I don't want to lose track of how over the fucking worm is, because it's actually great how that turns out. Rikishi goes to Stinkface Road Dogg, who escapes it, and then he gets X-Pac in the corner, I think it was, and then Rikishi starts crotch chopping. Was he going for the Bronco Buster?
I think he was just telling him to suck his cock, honestly.
If he would have did the Bronco Buster, I think X-Pac would have died.
Everybody dies.
Yeah.
The ring would have exploded.
His fucking old cock and balls in his face would have fucked his shit up.
Oh, man, that's rough.
JR and Lawler are also arguing over
this is great.
over
yes.
staring at Tori at ringside. And so Lawler's like, oh, great look here at Tori. And JR's like, would you just fucking focus on the fucking match, goddammit?
Jim Ross literally says, "I'm busy."
He said, yeah. Lawler said, why don't you look? He said, I'm doing my job. And Lawler says, oh, well, you staring at Rikishi? And Lawler says, oh, they're both hanging out of the gear.
He does say that. He says she's hanging out of a uniform or gear or something. So
Tori was looking exceptionally 2000.
I agree.
God bless you,
It was
Tori.
awesome.
Yeah.
So back to the worm. When he does the worm, Jim Ross says he tried the worm in his backyard yesterday.
Last night.
Last night.
Why do you
yes.
say that?
He said, I tried. Well, Scotty goes for the worm. He goes through the whole motion. He does the whole worm. And then he turns around, bumps X-Pac and Triple H off the apron, goes back. The crowd's so hyped for him to hit the chop, and he just picks X-Pac up, or picks Road Dogg up.
We
The
haven't
crowd's
ironed this
like,
out yet.
Boo! Like, what the
Figure
fuck?
this out, man.
Yeah, JR said, oh, I tried to worm in my backyard last night. What? True.
Jerry Lawler is just like in complete disbelief. What? I almost hurt myself.
And
Okay.
then Grandmaster Sexay goes up top, and JR says, "Oh, look, King, it could be the hip hop drop," which just sounds very today, JR.
Yeah, you're
Literally
right.
sounds like,
Bleed
oh,
edge.
kids, he missed a silly string.
So we get back into the string things here.
Yes.
We get Rikishi in the ring now. The cameraman gets right in on Rikishi, slapping his ginormous ass.
As close as
Dude.
you could get.
Dude, I was mid-conversation with Deb, and we both stopped talking and just had to figure out what was happening, because Rikishi slapped his ass for what felt like 20 seconds.
It was
right in
so
front of the camera.
so sloppy. You can hear the full decibels. It's just like,
This shit was
It sounds
quaking.
exactly like that.
What the fuck?
like, damn, that's kind of fat.
Just before Rikishi slapped his ass and mesmerized me for a half hour, I blacked out.
Full decibels. I think they actually raised the audio up. Make sure you get that.
It was like the pipe. Dink.
It's so sloppy. It's unbelievable, man.
Dude, he would be
Stop saying it was sloppy. I can't fucking handle that. Because it's gonna stick with me, and I can't watch Rikishi anymore if you keep describing his ass as sloppy. I'm trying to do my job.
I'm busy.
I just want to say, because this one part, because I like this. I feel like you'd like this too, James, if you remember that it happened. X-Pac hits an X Factor on Grandmaster Sexay, and then he gets bumped by Scotty. And I don't know if it was on purpose, but X-Pac fucking flies outside the ring and almost dies.
Yeah.
And then immediately after, he gets in the ring and starts lighting Scotty up with the most fucked up chops that I've ever seen him throw.
He didn't even get a chance to post going to the outside. He just fucking flipped to the floor. Hey, you got to get a little something from that. Come on.
Yeah, he fucked him up with it. But then Rikishi slapped his ass.
There's so much decibel to that.
There's no DD.
I'll be honest with you, man. I don't think I ever be able to watch Rikishi without remembering this from now on, ever.
It felt like it went on for so long.
I've never seen a man's ass like this, ever. And I myself have a pretty big ass, and like that's like...
I've never seen a man's ass like this ever.
What are we doing?
Oh.
So, Rikishi...
How did that not traumatize me as a child? I definitely watched this show. I definitely probably watched this show with my parents.
Oh, man.
Little
I thought
baby Johnny.
Rikishi, big 18 to 29 guy.
Stop that.
Little baby Johnny.
That meat was going. This is
Maybe that would explain a lot about me, honestly.
Wow. Rikishi
You're wearing
was...
your Rikishi shirt too in the house. While you're
The
hanging out.
fatu.
Dude, the
did
stink face is iconic wrestling stuff, man.
Us wearing the Rikishi shirts to the 2K event is really all-timer stuff.
Who are the fucked up dudes over there with the Rikishi shirts on?
With his ass.
James is back in the corner slapping it.
What's that guy doing back
Slapping
there?
his belly, has his ass on it. What's going on here?
So Rikishi hits a hip attack in the corner on Triple H, and that's why
Yes.
we're not invited to any 2K things anymore.
That's for
Rikishi
true.
hits a hip attack in the corner on Triple H, hits a thrust kick. Was about to do the bonsai drop, but X-Pac hits him with a ring bell, and Triple H gets the pin.
Broke the ring bell.
Yeah, the thing just came just way off.
This thing's a piece of shit.
So DX versus Too Cool was honestly probably one of my favorite parts of the night, honestly. It was really fun.
Yeah.
It was not nearly as fucked as I thought it was 10 minutes ago.
We have Big Bossman walking backstage, whipping the stick around.
Yeah, what-ta-ta-ta.
Kane walking backstage with his nipple showing, of course.
One nipple, only
What's up with
one.
this guy?
Only one.
Kane sees The Rock backstage, and they stare off. And then Kane gives him the two words that everybody knows. I got two words for you. Good luck.
Rock raised the eyebrow.
He stole the dude's gimmick from the first show. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's fucked up,
This
man.
must been right after
Gibraltar.
X-Pac after X-Pac goes, you don't need that shit anymore. Must have been right after that because Kane still doesn't know how to talk it. Good luck.
All right, sorry. Another sidebar. Did you see? I didn't even. Jack's figures, the WWF figures, they had multiple figures that came with gasoline brand gasoline.
I did see that.
Nice.
I didn't know that.
Unbelievable.
I didn't know that at all. That's awesome.
Rocked my world. None of them are Kane figures, though. One of them was John Cena's first figure. Comes with gasoline brand gasoline.
We have Kane versus Big Bossman.
This match sucks
Yeah.
ass.
I don't know what they were doing here. The crowd did not care.
I was immediately upset because Kane comes out and his nameplate says he's with Paul Bearer. Where is Paul Bearer? At one point, they cut to the crowd and they show a kid with a Kane mask on, and London goes, "Whoa!" and then he takes the mask off on the same shot, and London goes, "Oh, look at that!"
You're not burn it all, Sean.
That was a good Kane mask. That was a really good
It
looking
was a
Kane
good
mask,
one.
though.
Yeah, this match is so the crowd.
Explain this to me. Maybe this is
sleeping.
why it was heatless.
Okay.
Bossman hits Kane with a loaded fist. No one even acknowledges it, and Kane kicks out at two.
Dude, right from the WWF.
They didn't even
Commentary doesn't say
either. They
nobody.
JR's talking about Third Rock from his fucking son or something, and he hits him right in the face.
Kane then perches on the top rope, hits a nice Kane line off the top.
Of course.
The way he perches before in the camera shot is just set up great here. God, it
Yeah.
is so nice to watch WWF and like the camera barely changes. I like it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. You don't have to. You don't miss 4 different shots when you blink.
Bossman hits a belly to back and then grabs his shtick. He tries to hit Kane, but then Kane gets a chokeslam on Bossman and wins.
And JR called it a tombstone, and then he said, "Oh, well,
should've been.
maybe I was wishing for a tombstone."
And the crowd said, thank God that's over. So we have a backstage segment, Godfather with Hose backstage with Kevin Kelly. Godfather says The Rock is cool. You know, he does the eyebrow thing. The Hose also agree.
his vest had butt cheeks on it.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
That
If you
is
pressed them,
fucking-
they made a sound effect. Can you guess what the sound effect was?
I don't think I'm gonna guess. No, could you stop? Could you stop with the sloppy ass slapping, please?
Godfather also says, put some money down on The Rock. Godfather knows some things.
And the Hose say, yeah, we're going to have sex with him right now. See ya.
They
The
do.
Rock,
he literally does say, see you.
Yeah, we're going to have sex with The Rock. The guy in the first segment.
All 3 of us.
Backstage segment. Michael Cole interviews Moolah backstage after what happened to May.
Holy
Shitty little
fuck.
moolah.
I don't even know what to say here. So
fuck.
Moolah goes, how do I feel? How do I feel? I don't feel a damn thing. That bitch got what she deserved.
Stop shooting on Mae Young
Yeah.
randomly for no
Mae Young
Jizz.
could be dead for all she knows. She said, "No one heard of Mae Young till I brought her in, and she's still nothing." She says that Mae disgraced me by showing her puppies, which, all right, that's fair. Getting pregnant. How did that disgrace you?
Give the third one.
And stealing the spotlight.
This went downhill real quick.
You're telling me that you were surprised that Fabulous Moolah shit on other women wrestlers?
Well, not that, but like Mae Young almost like died. She could be dead for all we know here. She was shitting. Her friend died.
Ruined the face of his organization by showing her puppies, giving birth,
Yeah.
and stealing my spotlight. What the fuck?
And she said, "I don't care if that bitch ever comes back."
And then Jim Ross
What?
says, I'll be damned. Raw is brought to you by SmackDown for PlayStation. Everything
Nice.
inside the ring and almost anything out.
That's awesome.
Also brought to you by Castrol, the official Motor Oil
Oh,
World
no.
Wrestling Federation. And Chef Boyardee. Overstuff yourself on Monday nights with Chef Boyardee Overstuffed and the WWF.
Why was like? Do you think there was brand loyal? Did we talk about this before? Brand loyal Castrol users because they like the WWF.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, for
The engine's
sure.
going to be running good on Castrol.
Dude, it's one of those subliminal things when you go, you're just like in the aisle trying to get oil, and you're like, which brand
Yeah,
should I
maybe
pick
you're
out?
right.
And you're like, oh,
Yeah, you're in the
Castrol.
aisle.
Yeah, I remember that
when
one.
is the
Yeah.
official motor oil odor.
But then also they would advertise for PlayStation and then Xbox, and then buy this and buy that. It'd be,
Yes.
so they contradict
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z
themselves all
Budokai Tenkaichi 2. Yeah, get this shit. I love
Final
this shit.
Fantasy. Whoa.
Like, sorry, it's awesome.
Yeah.
You know with a gun. I love this game.
So this match is S.A. Rios with Lita versus Dean Malenko with, according to Lillian Garcia, Eric Guerrero.
Eric.
While Dean and Eddie are making their entrance, JR is calling bullshit on his injury. He says Eddie's that injury's fake. He's going to a veterinarian and a proctologist. What?
Going to an OBGYN.
Oh no! I instantly thought of you in the No Mercy.
Yo, Base Radical's entrance rules, man.
It's fucked.
It's Radicals with a 4, isn't it?
R4.
Yeah,
Dickles.
so perfect. So we have a WCW suck sign in the crowd, which you would be wrong because we had the dog on the show
The
on the other channel.
dog
So.
and TP, 2 TP.
2 TPDQs. TPDQ.
He holds it up during the Radicals match, of course. That's the only time the signs in the crowd is WCW sucks.
Of course. Plant.
I actually really think the light heavyweight championship was pretty cool. It's a shame they didn't do more with it here.
I don't really remember them doing much at all with it.
Yeah, they don't. They kind of immediately throw it away.
It's a cool idea. I mean,
I
obviously
think
it
so,
worked. The Cruiserweight title worked tremendously in WCW.
Something I think they have a problem with, especially with championships that aren't the WWE championship, is they let people win it immediately. And once you win it in that division, you're kind of, that's it. I mean, like you became the champion already.
What more are you going to do? You're not going to go up.
Yeah, that's like the top of the division, but then you win it.
If they book, yeah, it's easy. Like I think that championship works if they booked it like the main title. If like,
Right.
like I don't think guys like Eddie and Dean and S.A. Rios, like if they were booked for the light heavyweight championship, you let it main event sometimes, and you kind of like had a champion for a while and you didn't throw it around.
Yeah.
Why not?
That's a big wrestling issue in general that I don't know where it got lost at some point, but the heavyweight title is always just associated with the main event. But like you look at like any other sport, any weight division can be a money match.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever one is drawing, whatever is the match you
Yeah.
want to see, like whether it's, whatever
Sure.
the case is. Yeah, I agree with you. Dude, S.A. Rio's base god, this guy rules.
Dude, S.A. Rios is awesome. And Lita looking fantastic here, doing the flips. Oh, God, though. Oh, no.
She does a flip for a minute.
I didn't know that this was that match.
This shit is rough.
S.A. Rios, though, before we get into that, extremely impressive. He does this gigantic moonsault and lands on his feet, and it made my knees hurt. I don't know
Doesn't
how
even
he
roll
didn't.
through. Literally just
No.
lands on his feet and just goes.
Disgusting. I don't know how I did. Also, Malenko was struggling to put in the Texas Cloverleaf at one point. They didn't even know if that
I
was
think that might be
for.
one of the first times I've ever seen him struggle with that move ever,
it's
which is
very
weird.
strange. I don't. Was there anything noteworthy before the incident?
They
Okay.
start with a finger lockup. That was pretty cool at the start
The
of the match. I
fingers?
thought that was neat.
Fingies?
They lock up the
Iron
fingers.
finger?
I thought that was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So Lita, Eddie's on the floor. They did a schmaz here. Eddie got involved at some point. Lita gets on the apron, runs off, goes to Rana Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero catches her, and Eddie Guerrero decides in that point in time that Lita must die because he plants her on the floor with one of the grossest power bombs and the grossest sounding power bombs that I've ever heard.
Oh, you put some mustard in that one, bro.
And you can see the life fly out of her body as she
yeah,
lays
yeah.
there. Fuck. And then Malenko wins. This match was weird, honestly.
Eddie chose violence, man.
God damn.
S.A.
Ugh.
Rios goes for the victory roll. Dean ends up just falling on top of him instead and pins him for the 3. New champ.
Great.
The big
Why?
radical storyline right now is that Eddie is there to fuck everything up for everybody.
He goes to proctologist and veterinarian.
Yeah.
You never get that shit fixed. We get a backstage segment. APA backstage in the APA office. Terry asks APA to do something and they agree. I would also agree.
I agree.
Midian then comes in with a cooler of beer
And an
they go,
APA
"These are
shirt."
hot." Yeah, it's a custom made APA
Yes.
shirt, which makes it even better. Apparently, Midian lost a lot of money to the APA on Heat, and they agreed to let him work the debt off by being an APA intern.
I didn't know that was going on. Yeah, that's okay. That makes sense. Yeah, the APA are upset that the beer is hot, and Midian says he will go get some colder ice.
Dumbass.
I'm not sure you know how ice works, but okay.
This is like the very start of the APA here, like
'Cause-
early 2000, like January, I
Yeah.
think is when it started.
It's weird because his shirt obviously says APA, and I don't know if the door said APA, but they're introduced to the ring as the Acolytes still.
And they're wearing those Hell's Henchmen shirts, which those shirts
Yeah.
fucking look crazy.
Which is
but they
that was supposed to be their OG name, right?
Hell's Henchmen, is
was
that
it?
right?
Yeah, I think that was. I think before the Acolytes, I think they were supposed to be Hell's Henchmen.
I like the Acolytes a lot more.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
do too.
But then on the back it says the Acolytes. So
It says, "Damn."
there it is.
So apparently Vince and Shane saw Bradshaw drunk at a bar and were like, okay, that's your gimmick now. So he's like, you're gonna drink on TV.
Wait, really?
Yeah, this is how this happened. So they saw him
Wow.
drunk at a bar and they were like, you're hilarious. This is awesome. So drink on TV. So he's like, okay. And then he came
Great.
up with the APA gimmick and then
Oh my
they went from
God.
there. Yeah.
Imagine he would have got fired way before that.
Yeah, I think so.
God,
too.
what the fuck are we gonna do with you? You get out of here.
So we have Jason Williams from the Nets in the crowd enjoying his time at WWF Raw. We have Edge and Christian versus the APA. Terry is down here ringside with a light up
Terry?
WWF Attitude Jacket.
She inspired Chris Jericho here with this light up WWF jacket.
They're talking about, look how cool that jacket is.
Honestly, it was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I agree. It was pretty cool. Jerry Lawler says, I wonder if Terry knows I'm with the FBI. Female body inspector.
Fuck me now.
Jim Marsh says, okay. APA are just as rough and tough as you
God.
can imagine here.
Farouk kills Christian with a spine buster
Yes,
here.
that is like maybe the gnarliest spine. Not like this one specifically, but
Yes.
this spine
His in-
buster rules.
His in general are great. Also great in the video games.
Midian comes in the ring, immediately gets speared. Jim Ross goes, that's that damn goofy Midian in the ring.
That's Midian.
Who else could that be in the big
Midian.
APA shirt?
Yeah. Also in the middle, like, he won't stop saying that Terry's horny. Look how horny she
Look at her
horny.
boobies.
Yeah.
She showed me her boobies. I like those too. Then Bradshaw hits the clothesline from hell on Edge. I
From
think I
hell.
watched this 900 times in a row.
Still
It
brutal.
was nuts how he kills him here. These guys
just stand there and you die.
Yeah, great.
That rules. Like
And they
how
won.
like these guys were they were this team was awesome. The gimmick was awesome. First off, I
Yes.
love the gimmick here. I can't believe that no one's tried to do that again. Like I feel like it's been enough time where someone could do like something like this again, and it'd be cool.
Yeah, that's I guess they could. The first team that came to mind that they could do it with is Butcher and Blade.
Yeah, they were going there for a minute. It felt like.
Yeah, I think so. Right. So that's like the closest thing we got. And those two could pull that off.
You know
I think
who
so
else
too.
could pull it off? The Good
Who?
Brothers. They could definitely pull it off.
Hey, gonna
Fuck,
get
you
in
could
there.
No, fuck.
Come on
Stop.
down to the
God,
airport.
we almost
Yeah,
went one
intro
show.
anyway.
One show almost without this.
Hey, gonna get in there.
God.
You just get big at Luke Gallows doing the clothesline from hell.
Big Luke Gallows and
Luke
the
Gallows
machine
could trip
gun.
over his feet getting into the ring. Fucking throw a clothesline. Anyway, Bradshaw won.
So yeah, Bradshaw wins. That's what I'm saying. You gonna
No,
get in
that's not an
there.
APA song. They have such a better song.
Midian goes to celebrate with the APA, and they say, "Get the fuck off me, man!"
They throw Midian at Edge and Christian, who kick his ass.
Yeah, they just decided to kick his ass. So that's
Great.
Cool. We had the Mean Street Posse with Tim White at the airport, the Newark Airport.
Yeah, Newark, New Jersey. Oh, just before that, by the way, they showed a shot of Shane and the Big Show ignoring Michael Cole.
Waiting for his time to get that interview.
Michael Cole standing there with his arms folded. All right, what am I doing?
Very
here?
sad looking, but yes. Mean Street Posse is at the Newark Airport with Tim White, who they are forcing to put on a referee
Put
shirt.
the referee shirt on.
Get this fucking shit on.
And they attack Crash Holly, who's the hardcore champion at Baggage Claim. Prince Albert also there.
to attack the Mean Street Posse.
The hell's going on?
I don't know.
And then some guy falls off a ladder.
That was good. That was good.
Maintenance guy working and he gets bumped. That's cool.
Pete Gas ends up pinning Crash and winning the title
Yeah, and they play his music
at the airport.
at the airport over the speakers.
Crash then hits Pete Gas from behind and then wins the title back.
Hold on now. Hits him with a scale. How'd you get that through the airport?
Yeah, well, he just said it. $25. You said anything you want.
Yeah, I
So.
guess so. That was different times. Boom, boom.
He wins back the title, grabs the bag, and then goes down the baggage claim hole.
Which
That
is
was
the
so
opposite
good.
way.
What
he's
the
going,
hell?
He's going back into the plane.
If they just wait there, he'll come back up in a minute.
Yeah, I know. It would have been sick. He goes down there and then just moves again and he's back up and they just pin him.
Next Raw, he comes back up the baggage claim. It's a different team of guys there. That'd be awesome.
That's great, yeah.
We get a backstage segment. Finally, we get the interview with Michael Cole. Real riveting stuff here. I'm glad they waited
Yeah.
and did a buy-in for this and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, the only thing we see here is Shane go, "We're going to win tonight."
We were
What
winning
the
and
fuck?
high five.
Then Michael Cole interviews the Headbangers.
Why?
They say,
Why?
"Blah, we're jabronis."
Why the fuck did they do? Mosh says, whoopity doo. Thrasher says, of course we picked the Big Show. Mosh says, Rock can carry our cones around because they had titty cones. Or you can write another bestseller called The Rock Says, I'm Unemployed. Thankfully, these two were fired shortly after this.
You write the book.
Write this.
We have Val Venus and Test versus Perry Saturn and Chris Benoit.
The returning Val Venus after a sprained neck injury.
They could have kayfabed it. He broke his neck. No, he
Yeah,
sprained
right,
his
yeah.
neck.
Dude, Test shirt says, test this.
On the back.
Test this.
Test this. I immediately went to eBay to try to find it. I could only find a I love my testicles shirt.
That was good too.
Yeah.
Test,
this.
not only with the glasses, but the Test this is like Test is peaking
Peak
here,
test.
man.
They could
Peak
have given him the
test,
title
yeah.
here. Damn you
So,
fucking Hunter. Stephanie, you slut.
So Val Venus and Test are out here, and then it. It's like, oh, here it goes. Perry Saturn and Chris Benoit are here.
Here they are.
Perry Saturn is so ripped here. His traps and his delts are so separated. I feel like he's injured.
He is growing rapidly by the week
It's insane.
and getting more and more tan, and his mustache is getting more and more blonde. What's happening here?
So I forgot to mention this. During Val Venus's intro, I think it was Venus. They say he's from Las Vegas, Nevada, but she
Yes.
stutters again. Lillian stutters again on this. It says from Las Vegas, Nevada. I don't know what she said exactly. And then I think it was Jim Ross. Was it Jim Ross or King? I think it was Jim Ross said, yeah, she just went to happy hour. And I was like, what the fuck? I I wonder if that was actually true.
She was drinking with the boys.
I wonder if she was actually hanging out at a happy hour and he was just calling
Maybe
her
that's
out.
awesome.
She stuttered all night long. So
I'll
I
give
was
her a
wondering
pass
if
then if that's the
something
case.
was
Showing
going
up
on.
drunk. There was a weird commentary thing here. I don't know how it started, but Jerry Lawler mentions the Benoit Ball. What happened here?
Yes.
Why did that start? He says the
Okay.
Benoit Ball, and then JR
goes-
says, "What makes the Benoit Ball so unique?" And Lawler starts laughing and says, "I don't know. That might be a question for Val Venus."
I don't know what's going
He goes,
on here.
Chris Benoit throws a great party, and I just go, oh no. And he
Oh,
goes,
brother.
the Benoit Ball.
His balls. His balls. I'm doing my job.
Dude, I don't know. There's something about Perry Saturn. I love watching this guy work. I feel like
Yeah,
every
he's
movie he's
good.
going to kill somebody.
He's very unique.
Perry Saturn gut wrenches Val Venus. I thought he was going to drop on his head and kill him right there.
He
I said,
should
"Yeah,
have.
sprain neck this, bitch." So I know I should go post on Facebook in a few years. I got
Yeah,
this.
get clipped.
So Perry Saturn gut wrenches Val Venus and carries him over to the turnbuckle. I know Val Venus is fucking scared for his life all the way through. He is literally Perry Saturn could toss over the ropes for all he gets.
Yeah.
Fucking fuck, man.
Dude, anytime I don't know why. Anytime he does that, I mean, I know why actually. When Perry Saturn gut wrenches somebody, I think of that dude. Was it on Jacked or Metal? That jobber guy he faced, where he just shit cans him out of the ring, and the guy just crumbles to the floor.
He lands on his neck. Is that the one
Oh
you're
my
talking about?
god,
On the
he
outside?
fucking kills that guy.
Doesn't
that
he just
was,
unload on him?
That,
was that guy's name? Mike
Mike Bell.
something? Mike Bell. Dude, I don't know what happened, but he beats the piss out of that guy.
He beats the piss out of him and throws him straight on his neck on the outside.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
it was Mike Bell and his brother Mark Bell started. He's like a big powerlifter dude. I actually
Really?
watched. Yeah, I own like a bunch of his fucking shit. Like
he
he's got
should
some
become a
patent stuff.
bouncer and then be a wrestler.
He was wrestling. He actually was. Yeah, he was a
okay.
wrestler.
Oh, great.
But then he said, "Yeah, fucking that shit." And then
That's
became
good
a
call.
fucking world record powerlifter. So
Well,
like,
there you go. That sounds
Wow, that's
that's,
crazy.
that's probably better for him.
So Benoit and Saturn hit the King Kong knee tag team combo. I like that. Where he
True.
holds him over his knee and then King Kong knees him off
Yes,
the top.
I do like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Test hits the test bomb.
I love
and
that.
then that's not his finish. I'm like, God damn it, dude. Why did he never use this as his finish?
I love he loves the bump handle slam.
That move sucks,
It does
Test.
suck. God, it sucks.
God, this move is way too cool to not finish things.
I don't know why, and it got a pop every time. Not only that, the big boot also got a big pop. Do
Yeah, it
both
did.
of those.
Stop doing
You
the
don't
bump
have
handle
to-
slam.
The pump handle slam suck. Like he just wanted to show how strong he was. The test bomb looks way stronger. Like,
Yeah, it does. It looks so fluent too.
Yeah.
Eddie then hits Test, and then Benoit hits a German suplex bridge on Test to win. Big Show and The Rock are walking backstage. We get Shane McMahon coming down to the ring in a tracksuit. He tells Earl Hebner to piss off.
Earl Hebner's flipping out. What the?
I'm trying to do my job. He takes off the tracksuit, and Shane McMahon's the referee.
Now hold on a minute here. I thought The Rock made the stipulations here. Why is Shane the ref?
There's nothing is written down here.
All right.
We're just
Fair enough.
verbal everything here. These dudes. Shane
all right.
Shane knew. He knows. He could change
Yeah.
everything. Honestly, I would have just been like, you lose automatically. Fuck you. Go to hell.
The only pyro on the show that compared to the Raw intro pyro was Big Show's pyro during this entrance. He
Oh,
got so
sick.
much, dude.
He got it on the ramp. He got it in the ring. It was awesome.
Yeah.
What the
Crazy. Mania season.
Oh, here it goes, baby.
It was. Like, doo, 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 doo.
Yeah.
Big Show comes out. He's wrestling with the chain on. So I'm like, oh, maybe he'll just beat The Rock here.
And the
That'd be
shirt.
awesome. The Rock wastes no time. Goes straight for the Big Show. Knocks him over the ropes here. Hits a side Russian leg sweep on the ramp.
On the
As
ramp.
he's coming out, he's going, "What the fuck, you motherfucker! I didn't know you were a referee, you son of a bitch." He was like cussing up a storm here as he's getting in the ring.
He hit him with a Russian leg sweep, and then he punched him in the nuts.
He does that a few times here. The one later is even better. So they start brawling into the crowd. Triple H and Stephanie are watching backstage with fruit on a table. Stephanie making a super weird face the entire time this is going
She
on.
just sucked a lemon.
She's got like the Mike Tenay face on here just the whole time.
I know exactly what that means.
Only a few people will.
Oh, fuck.
Big Show tries to use a chair on the Rock on the turnbuckle, but Rock moves out of the way.
They were as you said, they were brawling in the crowd. Big Show got real dirty.
They were throwing shit on. Fuck you. Fuck you, Big Show. The Rock then hits Big Show with the ring bell and starts laying the fists on him on the announce table. Then spits in his mouth.
In this climate,
Delicious.
man.
Big Show then body slams Rock on the table on the outside.
Oof.
Shane, he gets him back in the ring. Shane does a fast count, but Rock
1,
kicks
2.
out. Big Show goes for a choke slam, but The Rock kicks him low, real low. And Shane goes, "What the fuck?"
How am I supposed? Why would I let you win this?
Big Show then accidentally knocks Shane over the ropes.
Clothesline.
The Rock sets up for the people's elbow. He hits the people's elbow. Big Show does not sell this
Deep
at all.
cover. No, he plays dead. He doesn't like pop
Yeah,
up or
doesn't
anything. Like
nothing.
doesn't move a limb.
Fuck this move. Earl Hebner comes down to the ring to count, gets a 2 count before Shane pulls him out of the ring.
Shane pulls him out of the ring. Not only does he pull him out and argue, he whoops his ass. Not
does.
just like a punch and knocks him
punches.
down. He's like punches him, kicks him. He's like beats the shit out of him.
Then Shane comes back in the ring, hits a diving chair headshot on the Rock.
I love the Shane diving chair shot.
Me too. It looks good every
It
time.
looks great.
So
Now,
good.
in the middle of this match, a limo pulls up.
Limo arrives.
Who could it be? Oh my God, it's Vince McMahon.
Oh my God, he's back. Vince is back.
He's got to turn this show around. We got to fix things around here.
We only got a 6.3. Help. They got the dog. Vince was watching Nitro. He saw that they
Saw
had the
the
dog. He
dog.
said, "That's it, mama. That's not it."
So Triple H,
Take me to that son of a bitch.
take him to WCW. That'd be great. Triple H and Stephanie see him, and they immediately sprint out of the room to try to
Great
find
sell.
Vince backstage. Oh,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah, it's like it's not split screen, but they keep going back and forth. There's a match
Yeah.
still going on, by the way, but they keep going back and forth between Vince walking through the hallway and Triple H and Stephanie trying to find him in the hallway. It's good stuff.
Vince walks up. Triple H walks up. Triple H's like, "Yo, Vince, what's going on, man?" Vince decks the living shit out of him.
He punches the fuck out of him. Triple H dies.
Triple H takes a huge concrete bump on the back there.
And then Vince walks through the gorilla position where there is a sign with a gorilla that says a gorilla position.
There's
And
a
then they just
gorilla
play his
and
music.
a finger that points to the
Yes,
thing, too. There's
yes.
2
And-
signs, one with the gorilla, one with the finger point.
And then they just play his music.
Rock and Big Show are both down. Vince comes out. The crowd is erupting.
Vince McMahon has returned.
Yeah, Jim Ross is going crazy. Don't walk. Don't walk. He's walking with a purpose.
He's walking. He's talking.
This segment, man, fucking absolutely electric. The
Yes.
commentary, the crowd, Vince, Rock. This is why people loved wrestling back then. This
is
was
the
like when
Perfect
Yeah.
amount of overness.
I was
yes.
watching this. I'm like, how could you tune into this and not fall in love with this?
Yeah. God. I mean, it's
impossible.
just the punch that Vince gives Triple H and the pop that got, like, that tells the story right there.
Yeah.
So Vince comes in the ring, immediately hits Shane, and
Punches
then
him. Big pop.
it fucking the crowd. Like I feel like it's shaking the screen. They're going
Yeah.
crazy. He grabs a steel chair and then hits Shane with a number 10 headshot. Vince
awesome.
then rips the shirt off of Shane because the only way you can count a 3 is
Legal.
with the shirt on. I love it.
Any legal referee, which is why I feel like RVD's one night stand championship win is questionable because Paul did not have
No
referee
ref
shirt
shirt.
on.
They
But
put
I
the
guess
damn
that
shirt on.
maybe ECW ref shirts were different.
Yeah, maybe. It was just whatever they had in the back. That's the ref shirt for ECW.
Wear whatever you want.
So puts a referee shirt on. Rock hits the rock bottom. Vince counts to 3. The place is just at a fever pitch at this
They are
point.
shitting here.
Rock is going to WrestleMania, baby.
Dude, he poses on the buckle. Vince is staring at him from the stage. This is just everyone. No, not one person is sitting down in this arena.
You can show someone a wrestling match any day of the week. They probably won't understand. If you
No.
show them Vince showing up in
Yeah.
a limousine in this segment, they would fall in love with wrestling.
What an interesting show. This how far away is WrestleMania? 3 weeks?
3 weeks away. So we got The
Wow.
Rock versus Triple H at Mania. That sounds like a pretty sick main event.
Well,
Have a nice day.
In fact, next week it's already ruined, and they already tell you the main event for Mania.
You ruined it.
The next week. They bring back Foley next week with Linda coming out and saying, I would like to let you know that it's now Mick Foley coming back.
Linda McMahon says, I am a big Cactus Jack fan. I was there for the King of the Death match.
I was at Kawasaki Dream. just to get you in the know about what Rikishi is doing on this show at WrestleMania 2000, because we were talking about him so much on the show. Rikishi teams up with Kane to face X-Pac and Road Dogg.
That
That is the semi-main event of the show.
that is
Wow.
for True City.
So there you go.
That is Raw, March 13th, 2000. If you want to watch us watch the Hardcore Brawl from WrestleMania 2000, head over to our Patreon.